Today is July the 30th, and this is just a very quick video on Boeing because Andy asked about this. Boeing is something that we looked at a few weeks ago, and we drew this Fibonacci, which started in May of 2019. So we took a fib that was even before the COVID, but we saw this drop. We put that as our 100% point, and we saw the COVID low on March the 19th as our 0 point. And we were able to establish that this is really a good set of Fibonacci's, because when we go back and look at the fit around 78.6, look at the support around 61.8, look at the resistance around 38.2. Now these are minor Fibonacci's, but if you were shorting when it went below 38.2, you're doing well. So where do we go from here? Well, now it's better to look at a 1 hour chart. And let's just take a look at the last wave up. Andy was saying that he's seen waves that he finds interesting. So there's one set of Fibonacci waves we could draw on the hourly. And you can see that we've gotten support there at 61.8% pullback. You could put an alert there and say if it falls below that 61.8 to start stepping into a further short. There's no good news coming out of Boeing whatsoever. Let's just take a look at another Fibonacci and see, if we had traded this Fibonacci here, what would the results of that one have been? Well, pretty telling. This Fibonacci, let's just get rid of this one for a second here. Let's get rid of this one for a second. No, hold on. Let's look at this wave up. So I'm sorry. Let's start all over again. Let's get rid of this one, and just keep this wave. Let's get rid of this. So we came back and we did stop at 100%, this high. Went up to 161.8%. Let's take out the 150 just to declutter this a little bit. And let's remove the 127.2 and 123.6, 114. And we hit that 161. We came down and we played around the 138. And then we dropped to 78.6. So that's a good Fibonacci. That was a tradable set of Fibonacci's, and people were looking at that, obviously. So we came and we had resistance at the 100%. Now we've come down to 61.8, this hourly set of Fibonacci's, and it looks like we're getting support there. So if that's a good set, let's take a look at this set of Fibonacci's. And what we do now is we see where we've got lines that are congruent. And again, I don't like these minor Fibonacci's, but look, the 38.2 and the 100, those are congruent. The 50 and the 78.6, not so much, but look at these 61.8%. They're exactly the same. So we've got a point where two Fibonacci's got support, meaning that if it loses this level of 160, this is again another area to short Boeing. So Andy, you were talking about a couple of waves. There's two waves, and there's a third wave. I don't think we're ready to draw this one yet. Let's just see if it gives us any information. So there's that Fibonacci, and well, we're already below this point, this 0 point, so we're not going to worry about that Fibonacci. We've already created a new wave here, which hasn't finished yet, so we can't draw a Fibonacci until this wave starts to turn around. So shorting it with two coincidental Fibonacci's looks like a pretty good idea.